Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nino Nadia Akilah binti Maslan. My metric number is A22A0753. Today I will present our assignment, which is entrepreneur profile. Behavior is the gestures of a person who imagines something or gives a sign of something happening. Entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the reward. The process of setting a business is known as entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs play a key role in any economy, using the skill and initiative necessary to anticipate needs and bring new ideas to market. In this evaluation, Nurul Amila binti Abdullah, or commonly known as Mrs. Amy, was chosen as our entrepreneur. Mrs. Amy working on the lens business selected Mrs. Amy as our entrepreneur because she possesses the desired qualities, including a company that fits our research goal of examining healthy related business. Mrs. Amy opened contact lens business named Amy Nadia because she really loved contact lens. Mrs. Amy's suggestion for the following 3 years is to turn his business into a franchise, a kind of leasing that enable the franchise to access the franchisor confidential business information, procedures, and trademark to sell good or service under the franchisor brand. A small portion of the franchise will be used as Mrs. Amy's source of income.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Norinta Natasha binti Adnan. My metric number is 822A0782 and I will present about entrepreneur background. Our entrepreneur full name was Nura Amila binti Abdullah, or nickname Mrs. Amy. She was 37 years old, gender is female, and her ethnic was Malay. She stayed at Pulau Pinang. Her status is married and she has 2 kids. There are many factors that encourage her to open her business. Firstly, factor of financial. Actually, Mrs. Amy is working at the factory, so she thinks that the salary is not enough to support her life and her family because she need to pay many commitments like utilities, car, and buy pampers for her babies. The second factor is she want to raise her children. This is because she has 2 kids, which is girl and a boy. So she need a lot of money to pay babysitter to care her baby, and she also needs to buy her children needs like school things. The third factor is because of her dream. She wants a dream cars, model Mercedes, and she also want to have a half million ringgit of dream house. That is why she really want to open business, and all of the factor has encouraged her to open this business. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Mazato Amira Haisa binti Azlan and my metric number is A22A0645. I will present about the company background. For the company we are researching is named Amy Dana Collection. The name Amy is taken from the name of the entrepreneur himself, which is Nurul Amila binti Abdullah, and also Dania, which is the name of his daughter. For Amidana collection type of business, in the sale of cosmetic product, one of which is contact lens. The contact lens they also have various type in term of color, size, pattern, and others. Contact lens are medical device, so it categories under in medical device business industry. There are three target customer of Amidania collection, which are people who have myopia problems, female genders, and also age groups. First target customer is people who have myopia. This group likes to use contact lens compared to eyeglasses because eyeglasses are more difficult to maintain. That that the possibility of breaking. In addition to that, eyeglasses are more expensive compared to contact lens. Next, the target customer is women. Women choose products that can make them beautiful. As everyone knows, contact lenses have interesting colors, have various patterns, so they become an attracting for women. For the age group, the young group choose to use contact lens. For them, contact lens become a trend to wear. These young people prefer to use products that are attractive according to the current times. Usually, they are 18 years old and above. The Dana collection has been in business two methods. There is online and also physical. There is having a store. Amidania collection store is at Kulim Central Booth, Giant Kulim. They will do business and customer can keep buying products from Amidania collection. For online business, Amidana collection use social media to sell their product. Among those social media used are such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and others. Using social media methods give many benefits to the buyer and also the seller. And lastly, for the workers at Amy Dania collection as well, when Amy has 18 employees under her, and for Amy Dania collection has three people to work in the physical store, and there are 5 employees who work in managing the business online. For the name of the mentioned worker, you can see as shown on the mentioned slide. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nokia Amira binti Muhammad Zaid and my matric number is A22A0230. So I would like to explain about the entrepreneur before she started the venture. So the first one is work experience. Mr. Amy has 10 years working experience in 3 different factories. She started working as technician before becoming an engineer. Also, she started her first business by selling hijab at her workplace to her college. Second is role model. Mr. Amy chose her mother as her role model. This is because her mother had a small business which is selling homemade chicken rice at night market every day. She chose her mother because her mother gave her an inspiration to always make an improvement and stay strong in business. Next is entrepreneur activity. Right now, Mr. Amy do not have any new plan for her business. She only want to focus on her business Amy Dania collection. Mr. Amy also mentioned that if he started a new business or try different business right now, it is not good for her business, and the reason is because the economy right now is not stable to start any business. Next is the attention of being an entrepreneur. Mr. Amy said the attention came in when she was 30 years old. At that time, she has a lot of commitment and need extra money to pay her children's fee. Other than that, her children needs are also expensive. That's why she wanted to find extra money and start the business. And the last one is parent background. Uh, Mr. Amy's father had retired from Jabatan Bidikara Malaysia or Department of History in Malaysia. While her late mother, before this, her mother had a small business selling homemade chicken rice.
My name is Muhammad Ayub bin Murad and I will continue the section where the entrepreneur launches his film. As we can see, entrepreneur don't come from a group of traders or a person associated with the film. So Miss Amy is motivated to operate the business by internal parties such as her parents, husband and co-workers. Miss Amy said he always hold these quotes, which is if you want to do something, then we need to always be patient because the guesses will never stop guessing. And Miss Amy state that as a part of her strategy planning, she intends to sell her business franchise and retrieve passive and interesting income. So Miss Amy will make sure that her company was relevant. When launching her film, Miss Amy only retrieved a common resource to start for her business. Miss Amy also networked well with other entrepreneurs for her business planning, and she was able to recruit marketing and sales teams for her current connections. So for the second, Miss Amy stated that she put a great deal of effort in controlling business, cash flow, business development, and even employee welfare. And the last is the risk orientation inherent in Amy's business in developing confidence in mutual technology innovations and jump to the new sector, which is optical sectors. So that's a risk orientation from Amy's business. And okay, and the two last, in the terms of business planning, I conclude that Miss Amy was successful in identifying a target market and obtaining sell goods from a reputable vendor. And Miss Amy just made the ordinary preparation to carry out her efforts, but Miss Amy was aware in making steps to advance her endeavors, which is not everything in our business has to go with the way people do, he said.
For the conclusion, what can you learn from this entrepreneur? Entrepreneur needs to possess traits like efficiency, creativity, assertiveness, tenacity, courage, and confidence. Second, what are the key success factors of the business? According to the entrepreneur who was interviewed, the secret to the success of his firm is inside the entrepreneur himself. In his testimony, he claims that if the entrepreneur does not preserve and is not resilient in the face of difficulties, he will not able to reach the success he has already attained. So that's all from our group. Thank you for your attention.